Alright. My search info has been updated. Oh no. They found me. Alright. Where are we going? What are we doing? Things. Why did the music change? Oh, I gotta go back to the yard. Back to the yard. Yeah, I know. I stopped being AFK. That's why it said that. I was just making a joke. A funny haha joke. Back to the lab. Go back to the crowbar. Yo, you like my eye patch? It's pretty dope. Whole gang's here. Thank the gods you've returned. You had us all worried. You do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature were to be injured, or worse. Why, Her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I've already given you cause to weep, Papashan, you and the people of Ul'dah. Please, you're not to say such things. You will find it, I swear to you. It is not my place to make demands, my lady, but I beg you, please stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papashan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. Papashan about to open a pizza chain. Come on down to Papashan's. I feel like my character actually fits. Unlike in Final Fantasy XI, where my character stood out like a sore thumb everywhere. I cannot thank you enough, Petra. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady from void-sent fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder. I see you met Thancred. Wait, that's a name we know. From somewhere. He's a scholar who spends his day investigating oddities in the ether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, Petra, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanalan as you did to us today. I'm kind of sad that he told us he's harmless. I was kind of liking the idea that we didn't know if he was a good guy or not. I mean, he definitely seemed like a good guy, but... You could have picked Cat Girl and then you would have fit in, yeah, with the 500 bots. I gotta say, the solo experience so far has been really great. I don't feel like I'm doing things wrong or constantly having to look up guides or like just getting lost in menus or these like weird mechanics that don't really make sense in any other game. Like this is kind of just your stereotypical do quest, turn it in, everything fits, everything makes sense, I'm balanced well. Like this is a pretty nice solo experience so far, which I've heard that especially for just the base game, it's a really nice solo experience. That's what I had heard from people, so. It seems like they went with more, because like, the whole thing with Final Fantasy XI was that they forced you to play with other people. Like, that was the idea behind 11. They specifically said, even in like interviews and stuff, from what I've heard, they said, like, we purposely made the game really hard to play alone because we wanted to force people to play together and get their friends to download the game, and like that was their strategy for getting people to play. And it really feels like this game took the exact opposite approach, where they wanted people to enjoy the game first and then play with friends, or invite people to play it because they like it themselves, you know? Not like have to con their friends into playing it because they can't get past a boss or something, you know? So yeah, that's what it feels like, is that, like, especially the main scenario is just kind of your typical RPG. Like, I'd almost put it in the class of, like, this is kind of out there, but I almost put it in the class of, what's that game called? What's the game that's a single player game, but it plays like an MMO? Dang it, I had it and I lost it. Final Fantasy XII, yeah. Good point. No, not Dot Hack. It was a PS3 game that they remastered on PS4. Had 3 words in the name. Blank, blank, blank. Dragon Age Inquisition, yes, but not that. I can't think of the name now. It'll come to me. But, yeah, it really feels like they almost specifically wanted you to play it alone. Kingdoms of Amalur. That's the one. Hey, you fox. Yeah, almost feels like Kingdoms of Amalur, where you're just going from quest to quest with side quests if you want, and everything's kind of set up like an MMO, but it's... I mean, nothing has pushed me into multiplayer at all. Like, the only thing that's really even mentioned multiplayer was when I went to the market and they said I can put stuff on the market for sale. That's it. It hasn't even really pushed me in the way of multiplayer, which is just interesting to me because most MMOs have kind of a different approach. Not all of them, but most of them. Oh, and also when I bought the game, there was like this whole incentive to invite my friends to play. They were like, if you invite your friends to play, you get all these bonuses. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, we're still kind of in the tutorial. Like, we're out of the tutorial. I can go do anything I want, but in terms of like the progression, we're still kind of in the early game. So it's obviously not going to be like, hey, go on a raid with your friends, but still. It's just interesting. Because, I mean, I'm comparing this a lot to Final Fantasy XI. Because it's kind of the sequel to Final Fantasy XI in many ways. It's Final Fantasy Online 2, right? So I think it's fair to compare it to 11. And the whole, like, idea behind how they wanted you to play the game is just so different. It's just, like, the exact opposite of Final Fantasy XI. Final Fantasy XI was like, here's the tutorial. Now, if you take 2 steps out of the town, you're going to get smashed. And I immediately had to start looking up guides to learn, like, how to get stronger, how to, like, how the main quest even worked, because it wasn't super obvious. You had to go talk to the soldier guy, and he gave you the next, like, story quest. You know, like, it wasn't even obvious how to move the story along. They kind of just plopped you in and was like, figure it out, or don't. Like, don't even do the story quest if you don't want to. Like, you know, just do whatever you want to. That was kind of like the main idea behind 11. The only reason I, like, forced the story quest is because I was doing it for Fantathon. But, you know, if I wasn't doing it for Fantathon, I probably wouldn't have done the main quest. At least not for a while. Like, it definitely just kind of said, do your own thing. Invite your friends and try not to die. That was kind of the mentality behind 11. Or even just find people in the world to play with. But this really feels like a more like regular RPG experience where it's just like, do the next quest, get your rewards, buy armor, do the next quest, get your rewards, maybe do a side quest here and there, but a very more streamlined experience. And maybe that's because they want you to get to the DLCs where the real story starts. I don't know, but just very interesting. The whole gameplay loop is just so different and more akin to like modern games, which is what I expected. But yeah, comparing it to 11, it's like night and day. You're an adventurer, yes? If you're not otherwise occupied, I have a favor to ask. I've resolved to repay a debt of gratitude which I owe to the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin, particularly popular piece of produce. Alas, I cannot part this place to procure the proffer of the pumpkin. You see, the scheduled shipment from the Nanawa mines, for which I wait, is late. I would prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead and see it safely to the coffer and coffin. Present this receipt of purchase to Gagari at the royal plantations, and she will yield it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend to this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance. Wait, it's literally right here? Bro. Just call over from... Hey! She's picking up the pumpkin for me! You didn't even need to give me this. Just turn around and talk. Did I get the pumpkin? Or I have to pick it up? Yeah. Where'd the music go? Listen, I got it on the last guess, okay? I don't want to hear it. Bro, what? Did you see that third picture? That third picture was like awful. Completely threw me off. I'm telling you, you wouldn't even got it from the third picture. No shot. Should I try this? I'm coming to help. What is going on? Are these NPCs? What is this fight going on? I'll show you how it's done. Target. Yeah, I said that you definitely would have got it from picture 2. But picture 3, had picture 3 been picture 2, the picture is done. Looking at it now, I feel like I should have gotten it from 2. That 3 threw me off. See? I told you. I was so lost after seeing that picture. I knew it wasn't Roller Coaster Tycoon, but that was my only guess. But I knew it wasn't. Yeah, I told you. See? Now I feel better. Now I feel better for missing it, because... yeah, that picture is something. There they go, they're running. Oh, I missed what I got. 450 XP. Nice. Well, I'm guessing it's someone powering up and like the blue lines are going towards him as he's powering up, but like the perspective is what threw me off. It looked like a 2D fighting game or something. Where's my... Who am I talking to? Hello? Am I talking to that guy? No. Where the heck's Roger? Oh, is he down here? You better believe it. Yo, Roger. I got a pumpkin. Drink for you, lassie? You won't get better ale or spirits for your coin than at me place. Shut up, Roger. What's that? We, Sakot, Cici Doa asked ye to bring this here to me? Ah! Heh! So even that foul-mouthed drunk knows the meaning o' remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carried his drink-sodden arse back home. But hell's an honest-to-God's pumpkin from the royal plantations. I can't wait to see what the cooks will do with her. You can now accept the next class job quest. I'm in. Leg sweep. What that? To roll stuns target. That's it. Just stuns target. Sweep the leg, Johnny. Alright, I don't actually have any quests at the moment. Literal 0. So I gotta figure out... Oh. Never mind. This guy literally gives me the next quest. Word is, Black Brush Station sorely undermanned. The stone torches there can't get a moment's peace. Bloke by the name of Warren is hoping to bolster their numbers for a short-term assignment or two. If you fancy putting a few extra gil in your pocket, you could do a lot worse. Yeah, I know how gear works. I would hope I know by now. Yeah, I already got some food. Haven't had to eat it yet. Somebody role-playing down here in the chat? Am I in a role play? Okay. Speak with... Warren over here. Slow clap. Good old Petra snake boat. legendary warrior. Sorcerer of Light. Why'd you have to cast magic missile? By learning the spell teleport, you're now able to free. Teleport does not require MP and instead uses a type of naturally regenerating spiritual energy. A small fee of gil, however, must be paid, so the keeper. Give us your money. This is the PC version, but I'm playing it on controller, and it's really nice on controller, as I expected it to be, because I remembered playing the demo on controller and thought it was pretty nice, and I asked several people what they thought of controller versus keyboard, and everyone said like it's totally up to your preference, like they're both just as good. So I don't think there's any difference between console and PC, but console forces you to play on whatever account is linked to your PSN, and apparently you can't change it. Like, even though on Square's website it says you can, apparently you can't. So if you don't have access to like the very first Square Enix account you ever made, you just straight up can't play on console, which is what happened to me. So hence why we're playing on PC. And I'm kind of glad I picked PC because it looks really nice and is playing really nice, and we're not having any issues with the stream or anything. So I'm glad I ended up going with PC, but I would have liked to play it on console. I literally couldn't. I made 3 separate accounts. I changed my password like 500 times. I went through all sorts of different threads about it. I couldn't get it to work. Which could have been a disaster if I had ended up buying it. But I didn't buy it. I just tried to do the free demo first. Man, that would have been cool to have haptic feedback. Looking for work, perchance? If so, you couldn't have come at a better time. We stone torches or sell swords hired by Amagina and Sons Minerals concerned to protect its interests. Our primary duty here is to keep the track clear of pests, and it is for this purpose that we require your aid. I should point out, however, that it can be messy work and liable to get messier if you're ill-prepared. A single piece of gear can mean the difference between life and death, and I'm not on my conscience to send an ill-equipped adventurer. See it to your arms, Ernori. I'm ready. I'm ready. Discount Clive. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear of item level 5 or above. What? I'm about to make some money. I kind of like this. Because it's kind of like opening it up to however you want to make the money. Make the money to get your equipment, you know? Time to go back to the town and do some dancing, if you know what I mean. See if any adventurers will throw money at me. Sure, we'll keep. Ah, do not tell me. This is your first visit to the shop. I shall update my register with your name. I can't see. Porters are similar to rental chocobos in that they can be hired to carry you quickly to various destinations. The difference being that you cannot control these birds. They will not stop until they have arrived at their destination. Nice. I already have the gear required. What do you mean? How do I already have the gear required? All my armor is level 1. How are they at level 5? They say level 1. Where does it say item level? Oh, right there. Why? Why is it? I'm confused. As per usual. Why would he ask me if all... Why would it say all your armor must be level 5 before you can do this? If A, it already was, and B, I started the game with all of that equipment. Like, what's the point? Shouldn't it be like... I didn't? The only thing I've equipped is my eye patch. Okay. Oh, thank God it's easier for 2023 Zoomer children. Or else I'd be totally lost. Still, though, I wish he had said, like, oh, look, your armor is the right level, instead of, like, stopping the dialogue, because I straight up thought I didn't, you know? Like, they could at least make it a bit more obvious that I did have the right stuff. But I'm a boomer. I'm the only one that cares about things like that. Yet, know that naught is guaranteed in this world. Fate is a fickle mistress, after all. At any rate, capable adventurers like you are few and far between, and I would not have you thrown your life away. You already told me this. Yes. I would like the one that's obviously for me. What? Yes. What? Oh, that was the quest. Okay. Wagons coming and going from the dispatch yard to the south must pass through a tunnel by Fesca's watch. A tunnel in which some genius saw fit to put an ore stone house, creating ideal conditions for a goblin nest. So now the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in the tunnel we dug, and we're practically delivering meals to their doorstep. But no more! Inside the tunnel in question, you will find a narrow fissure where the kobolds hide. Use a silver ore cluster to lure out the creatures and slay them. I'm on it. I'm on it, Captain. Why doesn't it... Why does it have an icon saying, like... Go that way? Black Brush Station. Wait. Am I just blind? Don't answer that. Maybe. I'm guessing he means in here. What? Why does it say it's this way? It's over there in that tunnel, but why isn't it showing up in on my map? It is. Where? I told you I'm blind. Ah, there it is. I told you. Told you I'm blind. I don't know why I thought this was north when I was looking at the map. I thought it said west. Man, you are destroying nature. Dude, nature ain't got crap on me. Oh, this is level 17. This might be a yikes. Nothing Petra Snakeboat can't handle. Might be wrong. I might not be able to handle it. Oh shoot, I wasn't holding down the R2 button enough. No! What happens if I wait? I can just wait here. Okay, I did want to see what happens. When your HP reduces to 0, you're KO'd. In this state, you are left with two options. Either return immediately to the current home point, or wait for another PC to revive you using an action or spell, such as Raise. In addition to rendering you temporarily weakened after being raised, suffering a KO also severely damages your currently equipped gear. When a piece of equipment durability reaches 0%, its stats drop significantly. Cool. And it only starts happening at level 10, which is funny because I'm level 10. Cool. I'm glad there's a little bit of a punishment for dying. I feel like punishment for dying is pretty important in MMOs. Because, like, MMOs can be pretty obviously grindy, but also, like, kind of brain dead at times. So it's nice to know that, like, you at least kind of don't want to just die. Like, you kind of want to pay attention a bit. I have a feeling, though, that given that it's just equipment, it probably means that death doesn't really mean much in late, like, once you have enough money to not care. But at least at the start of the game, it means something. Oh my god, my armor is now at 97%. Wait, what? %2 is significant? Are we sure? Alright, forget what I said. I don't think there's much punishment for dying. Do they have hardcore characters in this game? I seriously doubt it. No way they have hardcore characters, right? Oh, I should have just teleported. That's fine. Maybe. The weakness buff from being resurrected is the real punishment. I do kind of like that, because if you're grinding, you wouldn't want a weakness buff. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but does World of Warcraft have hardcore characters? I thought that it was just a community thing that you would make a hardcore character. Does it actually have hardcore characters in the game? Oh, it does. When did they add that? Is that a more recent thing? That's kind of cool. Yeah, I knew that people did like challenge runs, making their own hardcore character. I was gonna say that the idea of a hardcore character in a game like this seems insane because of how much time you have to put into the game, but when you really think about it, like, that's honestly really cool because you have to have so much knowledge of the game to know what you can do when and stuff. It's pretty neat. But yeah, I mean, it's an MMO. I didn't really expect there to be much punishment, but it would be kind of cool if there was a bit more of a punishment for dying so that it felt more like an adventure, and when you were really far away from home, it felt like there's at least something at risk, you know? Like, given that, from what I've heard, Gil is a very important thing in this game, even late game. It'd be cool if you lost some Gil for dying, even if it wasn't a ton. Like, I think people really don't put as much emphasis as they should on punishing deaths in games like this. I think it can go a really long way to make fights feel more epic and like there's some kind of something on the line, you know? Like, even if it's just a little bit. Even if it's just like 1% of your Gil. You lose 1% of your Gil when you die. Like, that's enough to make it feel like, oh man, I really don't want to die in any fight, you know? That can be the thing that changes a game from being just a mindless button masher to like a game where you're really wanting to pay attention. Yeah, it's a fair point. In terms of stuff like, oh god, that stun didn't work. No. I don't know if my stun didn't work, or if, I pushed the wrong button. Wait. How do I... Can you only teleport to places in the same area? You have to attune to each destination. Well, I attuned to that crystal, did I not? I thought I did. Yeah, I did. Can you only teleport to crystals in that area for free? You have to use this teleport to go to other areas? Yeah. I gotcha. 194 Gil. Wait. That's like all my Gil. Ain't no way I'm doing that. That person is sleeping. Alright. Hey, that is true. If you want to teleport back to where you were, you have to pay Gil. That's kind of like losing Gil for dying. Nice, my stun worked. Not been very long, but it worked. I wonder if it'll be like Final Fantasy XI, where when I get to like dungeons and stuff, enemies actually attack me. I love that I can look around the map while I'm running around. It's so nice. I just realized that those things in the bottom right hand corner are my inventory. That's kind of cool. Okay. New weapon. What's the... Oh, that's the color of it.